Yeah, look, huge character and attitude by the players. We've had a really tough end to 2 games a week for 12 weeks, 14 weeks really from the start of the season. That's 26 games in 14 weeks, and we finished it with 4 away games, tough, and we've had suspensions, injuries and unavailability, and the lads have dug deep today. And I thought first half we were really good. I thought we were really effective, played some good football, hurt them down there left, our right. Again, got in good 1v1s on the other side, won loads of seconds, passed the ball intelligently in midfield. We didn't capitalise on it. They get a penalty. Look, it is his hand, but when Tommy Marshall's crossed it, their player's hand's in unnatural position. It's unintentional handball, but it's identical to Paul Eagledon's. So they're either both penalties or neither of them. Alex Hardwick gets a free kick against his handball, and it just bounces up. It was just so inconsistent by the ref, but they scored it. We could have gone under, we could have doubted ourselves, but the players responded really well and got a great goal at end of the first half. Elliot, after being strapped up, brilliant to go win that header, and great timing of run by Tommy, and epitomises his goal scoring performance today.
Hello and welcome to the new Crofton Community Stadium for the Sheffield Senior Cup match between Nostell Miners Welfare and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I'm your commentator Adam Allcroft here on the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel for another big cup match as the Steels look to win this tournament for the first time in 13 years. They face a Nostell side that have had good records in this tournament over the last few years, have reached the semi-finals on a few occasions, and even though they had been in the bottom half of the Northern Counties Division 1, they are unbeaten this month and coming off the back of a 2-0 win against Class Outer Welfare. It was 10 days ago though. The weather has of course decimated not just Stocksbridge's fixtures but Nostell's fixtures as well. So let's go through the teams for you shortly. So it's for Nostell we have Harold Edgedadu, that's going to be a tricky one for me all day, Harold Moncombe, Tom Street, Eddie Tordoff, Anthony Leach, Tom Booth, Cyrus Rowe, Charlie Mansfield, Gragjan Klimchak, Jamie Miller and Jack Major. The bench is Jordan Chipperdale, Dom Oldfield, Ethan Twigger, Jack Gascoigne and Simon Poole. For Stocksbridge Park Steels, it's Ben Townsend in goal, then Tom Charlesworth, Jack Tinker returns from his suspension, Curtis Turner, Elliot Owen, Paul Eagledon, Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, James Morris comes in for Alex Hardwick who left for Ilkeston, Oliver Greshlock, and Tommy Marshall. The benches: Alex Phillipson, Jordan Lemon, Ash Butterworth, Daniel Hernandez, and Charlie Wood. So Stocksbridge will have the kick-off today. Danny Deacon is standing over the ball. And we are ready for the first 45 minutes. So here we go. So Stocksbridge Park Steels in the claret and blue shirt, claret shorts, claret socks, kicking from right to left, while Nostell Miners Welfare are in the luminous yellow shirt, black shorts, and yellow socks, kicking from left to right. Early throwing on the halfway line for the Steels. Tom Charlesworth has it now. He will launch this up before it's kicked away. It'll be another throw just a few foot further down. Tom Street there with the big clearance. So back with Charlesworth. Back into O'Connor, then back to Charlesworth. Press is triggered, and they will find the overlap. Stocksbridge will get back to Charlesworth, puts it into the middle. Look for O'Connor, gets first touch, but the tackle deflects right. But then there is a foul from O'Connor, and Nostell will have the early free kick. 1 minute into this game, it is 0-0 here. So Nostell caused a cup upset to get to this round. They beat Rossington Main on penalties. Mitch Langton, the former Steel, scored for Austin. It wasn't enough. Nostell progress, and they will be feeling confident after some recent good form that they will be able to perform another cup upset. They have just kicked the ball right out of play though, and Stocksbridge will have it back for the throw-in. Charles will get it back through 1-2 and then into the middle. Owen has to be alive, and he switches out to the left. Onto it's Grezlak, who's on the wings today, on his usual central field, finds the overlap of Danny Deacon. Deacon puts the ball into the middle. Morris just misses it, blocked into the box, and then the clearance is ricochets out, goes back to Grezlak, finds Tinker on the left-hand side, burst of pace down the left from him, crossed low into the middle. Morris gets it, turns, shoots, bottom corner, posted out, and then Nostell clear away. Early big chance for the Steels. Stocksbridge close to opening the scoreline. Stocksbridge keeping the pressure on now. Elliot Owen on the ball. Takes a touch onto his right, looks to get it on the left. He's looking for Jack Tinker, and Jack Tinker got to have a job to keep it in, but he does do so. Gets the help from Deacon. Deacon fakes with the first, but then is blocked on his second, so he has to go back into the middle to Turner. Finds pass forward, but goes straight to Morris, who then gets a knockdown, and he will be a free kick close to the edge of the box for the away team. Foul coming there from Eddie Tordoff. Danny Deacon is someone who we described a lot in pre-season as a set-piece specialist, especially from free kicks. If you look at his highlight reels on YouTube from his time with Orlando City B and Detroit City over in America, he scored plenty of free kicks, but we haven't seen one yet for Stocksbridge. But he has been given a perfect opportunity just 3 minutes in for Stocksbridge to take the lead and for him to get his first free kick goal. Deacon hits it left-footed, hits the wall. Stocksbridge looking to get it back, but just missed there by O'Connor's cleared out. Charles onto the ball, left-footed ball forward. Grezlak will look to chase it on that left wing, but well cleared away by Monken. Out in the middle, and it's going to be back for it. It's going to be Klimchak. He's the big danger man for Nostell, but it ends up ricocheting out for a Stocksbridge throw. It's been a strong start to the game for the Steels. They've had a big chance. James Morris has hit the post. Stocksbridge tried to win the ball back, but they have got it back. Owen recycles it into defence to Iggulden. And over right to Charles, takes the touch, and good little feint, beats his man there and moves into the middle. Deacon drops deep to help him out and then lays it off to Owen, who's coming quite far forward for a centre-back, and tried to pass forward to Grezlak, but it is well cut out. Pass goes forward here. Deacon will cover. Klimchak pressing. Back to Townsend, his first touches of the game. And then he will send it out towards that right wing. It's just a bit short, Marshall, but only cleared into the midfield. But it's a poor pass by Turner. That gives it right here to South's row on the left. Force backing all the way back into defence to Booth, who clips it long, and Iggulden will head that away, and O'Connor heads it on, looks for Marshall, but ends up going out for a Nostell throw. So 4 minutes gone here. It is 0-0. Big throw down that left-hand side, looking for Klimchak, but cleared away, headed back by Nostell, but will be picked up by Turner in the midfield. Goes down under pressure and earns the free kick for the away team. 5 minutes gone, Nostell having their first foray into the Stocksbridge half. Back into defence, Charlesworth, and Nostell are pressing there, looking to be on the front as much as they can in this game as Townsend takes the touch and short to Gilden, who will switch it, a dangerous one as it goes to Owen. The sort of pass that can get the purist quite upset because we've seen them go wrong so many times before, but that one didn't do. Pass slipped through to Morris, who looks to beat man, does do, so gets it to Grezlak. Grezlak cuts into the middle. Now left footed trying to get on the outside. On the outside, close to the touchline, puts it into the middle. It's not got any power on it, that cross, and it's easily dealt with at the near side of that 6-yard area. It's cleared out to Owen, who slices up into the air. Uncontested header away there from Tordoff, but it's only gone back to Turner, who puts it back to Charlesworth into the middle, and then O'Connor will lose the ball, but goes all the way back to Charlesworth. Stocksbridge retain possession. Back to Igledon. Caught under his foot for a second, and Klimchak's caused him a couple of problems. He's forced back, but does manage to get away with it on that one. Goes to Owen, forward to Deakin. Then back now to Igledon, and out to Charlesworth. Knocking it long, looking for Tommy Marshall, who's got the beating of his full-back. Marshall looks to put the cross in, blocked, and it will be Stocksbridge's first corner of the game. Tom Marshall's done a good job there down the right, got the beating of his man initially, just couldn't get the cross into the main area in the middle of that box. But now it will be Danny Deakin's corners, which have been so productive over the season, though he's missing one of his main targets, Alex Hardwick, who left for Ilkeston last week. James Morris can fill in for him quite well. Lofted one into the 6-yard area, cleared away within the 6-yard area. Grezlak recycles it back out to Deakin, puts the ball in. Header goes behind, and it's at the far post and somehow missed by Tommy Marshall within the 6-yard area. He didn't get his feet right at all, and it really should be 1-0 Stocksbridge. 7 minutes gone, 0-0 here. We'll be back with the goalkeeper, Ejdendu. Long ball forward here, flicked on to Major, who knocks it forward, but Owen heads away, goes to Turner. It sends it back to Charles. Charles will have to sprint to get to that, and he does do. Gets it down and takes his time over it, and now left footed sends it forward, looking for Morris, who's forced back. Will try to find Marshall in the overlap just away from him. Tapped by Street, who gets it forward, and then not long on that left wing, but Igledon's just aware of it and able to clear it away into the middle. Mansfield cuts that out, intercepts, he's trying to go forward with it, but intercepted now, and Klimchak almost wins the ball from Igledon, and he's going to look to cause a lot of problems for the young defender from loan from Hull City. Switched over to Tinker. Caught to Deakin, then flicked back to Tinker. There's been some success down that left side, sends it long but headed away, and then Tordoff will get it, and it's now into midfield, and number 19 Jamie Miller there, who's on the ball just for a second, but now back into defence. Now to left at Cyrus Rowe, and he's going to get fouled by Charlesworth. So Nostell have a free kick and a chance to get the ball forward. And it does look like they are going to try and use this opportunity to send a few men forward to see if they can create some sort of opportunity. Plenty of people forward. Here comes the right-footed ball. Low, it's going to be blocked at the edge of the area. Stocksbridge will look to break as they fish out to Morris, and his pass finds Curtis Turner, who got a bit of space, and he's going to try and take it on the outside on the right, use a bit of pace, gets it forward now to Marshall, turns back, he's got a runner in Morris, but then it's going to get knocked out, and it's actually going to be Nostell's throw. It's as good a tackle as you can do because it's kept possession for the home team. 9 minutes are gone, it's 0-0 here in this Sheffield Senior Cup match. Obviously plenty of time to go, but it is worth noting that if this ends as a draw after 90 minutes, it will go straight to penalties, as Nostell have already shown this year, beating Rossington on penalties in that last round. Stocksbridge have locked the ball long here, and Going to be cleared away though. And then Deakin will look to win it, but it just comes off him and it will go to Major, who shows a good bit of footwork, but his pass is intercepted, but it falls right to Klimczak, who looks to turn. Owen goes battling with him. Gets a good pass out to the right here to Moncombe, who comes forward, crossing from him, and headed away by Iggulden on the edge of the area. Going to go back to Jamie Miller here on the left-hand side, moves it onto his right, then turns the ball back onto his left, and we'll get it onto the left wing now. And here come Nostell. They've got plenty of people in the box. They're committing men forward as it goes back to Miller here, and he's going to cut a diagonal into the box, Chester down in the area, looking to turn his Todd off. He's going down the left-hand side, trying to get a ball in. He's been blocked off his route, back onto Klimczak towards the edge of the area. Brilliant tackle there from Curtis Turner, stops the attack, but he was trying to get to Morris on the counter-attack, but Nostell have cut that out and will look to launch another attack, but that one's been intercepted by Charles, and he looks to launch to counter his own, and that one looks like it has been covered by the captain Leach, who will return it to his keeper. Marshall will continue the press as it goes all the way out here to the left side, but out of play it goes for Stocksbridge, and it will be a throw-in. So 11 minutes gone here, it's 0-0. Charles off with throwing in the middle, and then back pass is blocked immediately. It's going to go out for another stop throw a few yards further back. Seals have hit the post already once in this game. James Morris after a great cross from Jack Tinker, and they will need to want to try and find another chance like that. And this time for it to hit the bottom corner. Deakin on the ball now, gets it to Tinker on the left-hand side. Looking to beat Moncombe on that side, gets down to the touchline, crosses blocked. It will be Stocksbridge's second corner of the game. This time it'll be left-hand side, it'll be a Curtis Turner corner from that side. In some local score lines, Barnsley are leading 1-0 against Reading. Keeler Dunn, the goal scorer for the Tykes, and Sheffield United are leading against Oxford United. Callum O'Hare, the goal scorer. So Stockbridge have got plenty of people in the box. Again, it'll be your likes of Elliot Towing will be the main targets in this, and James Morris low to the edge, flicked on, almost it's back in there, and Touchway still in it before it's volleyed over. I think it might have been a defender. It will be another corner as it comes bashing off a tree at the back behind the goal there. Just a little flick on at the near post that Edgendu had to be alive to. He managed to palm it away. It didn't go out though in a big boot out, and it's another corner kick. Third of the game for Stocksbridge. Comes the corner into the 6-yard area, headed away. I think the keeper was wanting to catch that. O'Connor gets it back now to Turner on the left-hand side. Cross goes in near post, headed away, goes out to the right and peeling off, puts the ball back into the middle, head away. You wonder if he could have took a shot there. And then Nostell look like they are going to be able to get this away, but then it's a poor kick forward, and that's allowed O'Connor to get onto it. Gets to the right, and he's looking for that pass here on the right-hand side. It's a good-looking pass, ball behind James Morris though, and then Nostell able to clear it away. So if he's just not linking up with those 5 pads, maybe just that 10-day break, which can be really helpful at times, but then hurts in other ways. I think it's showing its signs to hurt, and also the fact it's a whole different front three to what we're used to. Stocksbridge's entire front three left in a week. As the pass is clipped forward here, it's going to be a left, and it goes to Tinker, who was one-on-one. It was blocked. The offside flag though was up on Danny Deakin, though. It's one of those where you would get about 20 minutes of debate in the Match of the Day studio afterwards, because the person who was called offside, Danny Deakin, didn't interfere with play. But the offside rule is more complicated than pretty much anything when you read the referee's handbook. So it's a poor kick out by Edgendu. It falls right to Grezlak. Gets out to Turner, who he went through his 50-50, but then he went down and Moncombe's got it back. But Turner got it back again. Back to Owen. Manages to shift out of trouble away from Klimczak, and then all the way back to Townsend, and he's going to be under pressure. Short pass to Turner. Turner has to stretch to keep it. It could have been dangerous with Charlie Mansfield waiting. It's out with Charlesworth on the right-hand side now. Ball forward, looking for Marshall. He picked it up well out to the right to O'Connor, but he can't keep it in, and Nostell will get the ball back. 14 minutes gone. 0-0 here. Throwing take a pick with Jamie Miller on it. Into the midfield it goes, and then switched out. He's looking for Major. It's a good ball. Major gets it, takes a touch, and then it's a great tackle for Jack Tinker, but Major's back on the ball. Takes shot, blocked. Near post, Nostell take the lead. It's against the run of play, but they've took their chance. Major was blocked initially on the tackle, but he gets it second time and beats Townsend at his near post. Nostell Miners Welfare are 1-0 up on Stocksbridge, and if the Steels want to win their first Senior Cup in 13 years, they're going to need to come back here at the Welfare Ground. It's 1-0 Nostell Miners Welfare through Jack Major. And Stocksbridge were really disappointed. They have been dominant, they have had the better of the play, but it's goals that matter at the end of the day, and that's what Nostell have right now. You can hear the recriminations are happening within the Stocksbridge team right now as they look to see what happened there and how they'll bounce back from this. To be honest, you could just say, carry on playing as you're playing, because the chance will fall for you eventually, but they are now 1-0 down. Ball is with Phil Turner as the game is now underway again. Charlesworth takes the touch, the goal coming on the 15th minute. Ball forward to Morris, drop back and to the right to Charlesworth again. On the halfway line at the moment, he sees nothing in forward, so he tried to get it to Deakin. Pass is cut out, but then gets it back forward now to Deakin. Looks for Grezlak on that left-hand side, and back now with Tinker. Tinker will now look for that pass on the left-hand side, a bit too heavy, but Grezlak will try and keep it in. He can't do so, and it's out for a goal kick. In the Northern Premier League East, Cleethorpes Town are 1-0 up on Consett. Adam Hoare has scored. Cleethorpes look to stay top of the league. So back with Edge and Do now for this free kick. The last time Stocksbridge lost the Sheffield Senior Cup in 90 minutes was 2 years ago, and it was to a team from the Northern Counties Division 1. It was the team Nostell beat Rossington Main. Nostell winning 4-2 in that game, a hat-trick from Myron Gibbons, giving them the win in that one. It was Stocksbridge were 2-0 up in that game, and Ian Richards won't want history to repeat itself here to another NCL Division 1 team. As Owen touches it out now to Tinker, into the middle to Deakin. Deakin forward to Tinker again. Tinker into a bit of trouble, but he gets it back to Deakin. Middle to Turner, who under a lot of pressure gets it back to Eagledon, and he's going to look to get it onto the right wing. It's a good looking ball. Look for Charles. Just Street's done enough there to get on it, but he's cleared it right back to a Stocksbridge player. Now to Charles, who finds the overlap here, and some great play down the right hand side, but then didn't let unleash the cross at the right time, and now Stocksbridge just playing around with it on the right hand side, and now into the box it goes with Marshall, and he's going to use a bit of burst pace into the middle, blocked, and it's going to actually, well, originally the linesman I think gave a goal kick, but then he has given flagged it as the corner. Stocksbridge just fourth of the game. The Steels have looked pretty decent from these corners so far, have come close a couple of times, but close doesn't matter really. Deakin will have this delivery from the right hand side. High lofted one into the area, header on, goes to the far post, and Stocksbridge have just about kept it in, and I think they've earned another corner because of that, and yes they have. Fifth corner of the game for the Steels. Just a bit more pace, that far post at Stocksbridge may have just equalised. Turner will come up to take this corner. Getting a similar setup inside the box, plenty of players in there. Here comes another one, so there's a 6-yard area, headed away by Nostell. Will go right back to Turner on the left wing. Out to the edge of the area to O'Connor, takes the shot, it's a curling, and it's a fantastic save from Edge and Do. He's coming full stretch there, the goalkeeper. Would have been an incredible goal for O'Connor if that had managed to make it, but a brilliant save from Edge and Do, and it's still 1-0 Nostell, but a corner kick. So another corner, Danny Deakin, this is 6th corner already, we're not even 20 minutes in. High lofted one again, headed towards goal, and this one will be wide, and that will end this succession of corners. Not too far off, 20 minutes gone, still 1-0 to Nostell, but Stocksbridge knocking on the door. Cleethorpes are now 2-0 up on Consett, Ben Middleton the scorer. So back with Edge and Do now. Big drilled ball forward from him. Charlesworth will head it away, going to go to Marshall, who is going to get tackled in that midfield area by Tordoff, and he turns well and he's going to look to unleash Rowe, but well intercepted by Charlesworth, who carries it forward now out to the right to O'Connor. Well, looking to find Morris, but Morris is going forward and Booth stepped up and it's back with the home team now. Looking to turn around is Tordoff. He's been forced backwards though for now, and back into defence the ball will go. The Stocksbridge press working for the moment as Morris presses and ball goes away all the way forward, and it's a good pass, and now it goes to Klimchak, who will get it out to Monkham on the right hand side, then back into Miller in the midfield. He's going to look here now for Major, and the offside flag will go off. The goal scorer Major trying to do all he can to see if he could get a second, but beaten by the linesman's flag on this occasion. Townsend will have this free kick. Short now to Owen. To Tinker now. Finds it forward to Grejlak, who's been forced back. Looks to turn. Turns really well, the Paul. Trying to go down, and then Monkham will bundle into him a bit, and it will be a free kick. And Jack Tinker was wanting the quick one taken. He was making a run for that. Not going to happen this time, and it will just be the traditional free kick from Deakin. Owens over there, over the ball well before drifting a bit to the left, and it will actually be Owens' free kick. Well, about 5 different people have stood over it now. It'll be Curtis Turner's free kick, and Stocksbridge will put people into the box. Turner putting a diagonal ball into the box, heading towards the edge of the area. Volley's not been well hit, goes back in, and then another volley in from, I think that one's from Eagledon actually, and it goes decently over. 22 minutes gone, 1-0 to Nostell. So back with this goal kick for Edge and Doers. Nostell will be very, very happy with this, 1-0 up. Showing they are not a team to be taken lightly at all. And the ball goes long now, headed away forward to Morris, who back into midfield. Turner looking for the pass forward, and it's just through absolutely everyone. And then back to the goalkeeper, out to Monkham. Big touch into the middle now to Tordoff, back into defence, and ball. Charlesworth will track it as it bounces a bit awkwardly in front of him, and he's going to be put under immediate pressure as he does get hold of it. Back now to Eagledon, and then back now to Townsend. I think the pass was meant to go all the way back to Townsend, but it just fell short on this pitch as Deakin heads it forward to Morris. Back to Deakin. Lovely little pass from Morris as Deakin charges forward now. Marshall's calling for it, but Deakin's going to switch it over to Grejlak, who turns. They'll find the overlap. Ball into the middle. Big sliding challenge. Crunches in, blocks out, and I think it's going to be given that as a goal kick. A brilliant stop that move. It was a really nicely worked passing move, but in the end, that tackle just stopped it, and he got the bounce right and all to make sure it was a goal kick rather than yet another corner. So Edge and Do here, 24 minutes gone in this game. One ball forward from the goalkeeper. Owen's going to be the one to challenge for this header. He wins it, goes forward, but won by Tordoff, who volleys it back to Rowe. Miscues it there, and he goes to O'Connor, who gets it forward to Morris. Morris takes the touches, and we'll find Marshall on the right wing. Marshall's got a bit of space to go forward. Miller's his man, but Marshall's got the pace on him. He has to turn back away from him, back to Charlesworth. Charlesworth will put the pass forward now and looking to turn now, and down the right hand side into the box, across it goes, and it's ricocheted, somehow not in. It's Monkham with a clearance off the line for Nostell. O'Connor here on the ball, but his shot's blocked and it falls back to a Nostell defender, and the Steels right now are just not getting the look they need, as Deakin's going to lose out on that battle. Good work by Jack Major, the goal scorer. He's going to move in, jinks away from Turner, gets it over to Rowe on the left hand side, gets it under control, looking for some space, back into the middle to Mansfield, out to this left-hand side now. Here comes the drilled shot at the near post. Townsend has to be alive. It will be a corner kick to Nostell. I think it all comes down. He just lost his 50-50 with Jack Major, who's causing a lot of problems down the right wing. And now it's another opportunity for Nostell to try and double their lead. In the Champions League, Arsenal are leading 1-0 against Sporting Club of Portugal. Gabriel Martinelli, the goal scorer. Corner kick now for Nostell. Will be got lots of movement in the box, and a late arriving Munkham that needs to be watched, and it's going to fall now to Munkham, who volleys it back in the middle, overhead kick, and then it's not gone anywhere, blocked on the line. Here comes another block, and Stocksbridge managed to defend it all. It all comes, it's just late arriving, and no Stocksbridge defender noticed him. Harold Munkham just drifted in, and he was there to turn it back in. It was an overhead kick attempt from Gragjan Glimshak that almost paid off. It stayed in that 6-yard area, but at the end, bodies on the line, keeps it just 1-0 for now, but it is another corner for Nostell. Another one for Cyrus Rowe to take. Right footed, chipped into the middle of the area, well headed away by Rowe, and there's pushing and pulling in the box, and the referee is having none of it and has given the free kick. And that must be the most frustrating thing to watch it on the sideline as a manager, is when you waste an opportunity with a bit of pushing and shoving in the box. Back now with Owen. Clip forward, but not a great clip, and it's headed away by Nostell, but falls to Deacon, who takes it down under pressure, and he loses the ball and slipped through with Klimczak. It's a big chance for Tunia. Klimczak on the right takes a shot, and it drifts well wide in the end. It's not the best effort from Klimczak. He'll be disappointed in himself. He's the leading scorer here at Nostell. Maybe just a bit too far outright to have a really good effort on goal, but that was a huge opportunity that has been missed by Nostell to double this lead. 27 minutes gone. Higgleden goes short and out to Charlesworth, who just about keeps it in, but gave up on it, and Nostell will have the ball back on the left side. Rowe gets hacked down, and they were initially advantage tried to be given, but then they lost the ball. So Nostell actually improving as we get towards the end of the first half, which will be concerning for Stocksbridge. Stocksbridge will not want to be 1-0 behind going into the break. That'll only give the home team more confidence. Clip ball into the box, and it'll get to the edge of the area. Almost got in, but cut out by O'Connor, who clears it away. Out forward it goes, and then out to the left, and Marshall won't win that fight. It'll be Munkham who goes down that left-hand side now, and he's got some pace on him. Into the middle goes to Rowe, who's trying to get the beat under his man, and he's going to be robbed of the ball and cleared away, but only back to Nostell. Edge of the area shot, and it's not far off as it flies over the bar from Charlie Mansfield. It's Sheffield United are 2-0 up in the Championship. Tyrese Campbell has scored for the Blades as they take on the U's. So back now with Townsend. This Sheffield United fan he may not be happy about this result, but he'll be happy about the United one. Townsend sending the ball well for Morris Lux. Comes off his back, but Miller will just spread it back out now to Street in defence. He sends it long, and Turner will win the header as he goes into midfield and hit forward on the left. Cyrus Rowe to take advantage, but the offside flag is up, which is some disgruntled Nostell players at that one, and I don't totally blame them for that. 16 minutes yet to go in this first half, and Stockbridge will want to get back into it, but they won't if they leave gaps in the defence like that. Short to Charlesworth. Took on a flick to the right, but it's a poor pass, and Nostell will get it back, but then they give it back to Turner. Going forward, and he's going to be tripped over, and Stocksbridge get the free kick. Townsend will come up to take this free kick. A few weeks ago, Townsend took a free kick in a very similar position to this, and it did lead to the equalising goal against Carlton Town. So we're looking for the save here as he hits a big diagonal, looking to get it in the box, and it throws up beyond Owen, and then put on the left-hand side, and going down a bit too easy, Jack Tinker on that left-hand side, but it is going to be a corner kick. I think by my count that's number 8. It's been about 10 minutes since one for Stocksbridge, but they're going to be in double figures, I think, for corners before we even make it to the end of the first half. As Turner will take this one. Again, plenty. Going to be given the short option to Danny Deakin. Doesn't get good control of it. I think that stops that move from working as it should, and he's going to lose it on that side, and that's a frustrating thing for any traditionalist to watch, is the short corner routine not working. Can't blame Stocksbridge for trying something a bit different, but it was that Danny Deakin's touch rate, I think, where it bobbled up on him, which stopped it being able to take advantage of any unawareness that the Nostell defence might have. It's down the left-hand side now, but then crosses box. He's going to go out for another Stocksbridge throw. Thrown back now to Charlesworth, who's over on the left-hand side of the pitch. He's going to look to send it forward now. Headed away, well, head up into the air, and Stocksbridge will fight it for at the edge of the area. Big boot away. Going to go to Turner, who takes the touchdown out to the left, but Monken looking to read it. Tinker's going to get barged into, and he's earned the free kick from Monken coming a bit late, and Tinker going to stay down for a bit. Maybe just got a bit of late contact on his knee. We might be able to see physio with Phillips coming in a second. Already, but Tinker is going to get back up to his feet. So just a bit of late contact. He will hopefully be able to run off. So here comes the free kick. Clipped into that box and then headed into the middle again, and Nostell get away false to the edge of the area, but well blocked as Grezlak was going for the shot and then cleared away. Going to go out for a throw-in close to the Nostell bench. Charlesworth will take control of this throw-in as it's given short, and then back to Charlesworth and forward now and into the middle. Over now to Turner, who will carry it forward. Out to left to Tinker, and then looking to get it on that left wing, and Grezlak evades one and then finds Tinker on the left hand side, puts the cross in, and it's not a great cross in the end. It's high and over absolutely everything. I think even maybe one of the trees, but out for a goal kick it goes. 33 minutes gone on. Nostell set for a cup set as it currently stands. 1-0 up. Dunstan are 1-0 up on Carlton Town. That big long journey on a Tuesday night from Gateshead to Nottinghamshire. Scott Robson the scorer. We could do with Carlton doing us a favour on that one, because Dunstan, with all the games in hand, would get back into the playoffs if they won them all. And that would be at our expense. Charles gets the ball back after a throw-in, sends it forward, but head away by Street into the middle forward. Goes and Grezlak tries to knock it down, but cleared away again. Stockbridge not getting through this Nostell defence now, which seems to be tightening up as the game goes on. Owen has the touchdown in his own half, gets it forward to Deakin, back to Tinker, and back to Owen, who will carry it forward and left with the ball forward, looking for O'Connor, but head away from him, and it's going to be a battle to try and keep it in on that left-hand side before it goes out for a Stocksbridge throw. What routine has Stockbridge got to try and see if they can unlock the Nostell defence from a throw-in? Can go down the field again, and can be knocked down. Appeals for an offside, not taken as Stockbridge down that left side. Ball goes into the area, but claimed at the near post by Edgendu. Stockbridge just can't create that big moment at the moment. It's becoming a bit of a frustrating night for them here on the road. Ball forward, clip forward, and goes all the way out for another Stocksbridge throw-in. The key thing is, when we're saying frustration, Stocksbridge need to just keep any frustrations they have capped. And just try and use whatever option they have to try and find themselves forward. Not a great chest down by Morris. He keeps hold of the ball though, and then will look to switch it. Does do so. It's a really good switch in the end to Charlesworth, who then feints and tends to pass forward. There'll be a little push over. Nothing's given for it though, and then ball goes back to Charlesworth, and he gets it forward now, looking for Morris, but then it's going to be Miller who gets it away side, and this could be a counter because Rowe's going to burst down the left-hand side. He turns on the afterburners, but then slows it down, waits for his reinforcements, finds Charlie Mansfield in the middle, but his pass forward is blocked by Owen, and then Owen's going to carry the ball forward, gets past one, but Miller sweeps up, gets the pass forward now to Major, back into the middle, flip forward, but well intercepted by Jack Tinker. He's going to drill it to Grezlak, but Moncombe reads it really well, and into the middle, and then heavy touch though by Major, but he keeps hold of it, back into the midfield, now to Moncombe. He's going to put a ball into the middle, look at Klimchak, but it bounces half a yard in front of him and then into Townsend's arm. Just hear Ian Richards shouting his orders out. You wonder if you might see some changes at half time for Stocksbridge if they're not able to turn things around before the half. Back to Townsend, who gives it short now to Owen. Takes control, then lays it out now to O'Connor, who turns and forward to Grezlak. Out to Tinker and looks to find Grezlak, but the 1-2 doesn't work, cleared away. Owen clips out and Deacon tried to get onto it, but he's been blocked off, and it's now back with Miller. And the attack's on here if he can get it to Rowe, and it's a good pass over the trailing leg of Charlesworth. Rowe puts a cross in, gets it back. He's going to play it back to Miller, who's going to take the low drilled shot, which I think took a deflection, and the referee will agree it is a corner. Cleethorpes are now 3-0 up on Consett. That's another long journey that, from Lincolnshire to Durham. Josh Walker the scorer. Here comes the right-footed ball in, looking for that near post. Blocked it as it's flicked on and then cleared away, but it's going to go back to Miller. Takes control, evades one tackle, takes a shot. Townsend will claim that one with a little shuffle to his right. Townsend will look at some options. He's shouted Tinker to spread wide, and that is what he's done, and he's got the ball for it. Tinker will hold the ball for it, forward to Grezlak. He's been forced back to Tinker. He's going to clip it all over the top, looking for that run of Alex O'Connor. Can he keep it in? And he will do so. Now he's trying to get, how do you get the ball into the box from here? And blunders his way in. Here comes into the middle. Finishes blocked, and it's not going to be collected at the edge of the 6-yard area. Back to Charlesworth. It's blocked again. And it's going to go out. It's going to be just about kept in on that left-hand side. And Stocksbridge fighting to get it back. Marshall's got it back. Back to the right. Stocksbridge looking to cut in here. Goes to the edge and then blocked off and cleared away. Iggulden reads it well and gives it back now to Owen. Sends it forward to Tinker. Forward now to Grezlak, who just loses the ball to Moncombe. Grezlak's not really had a good time of it against Moncombe today. Now Grezlak again will look to turn, and he's turned really well. Grezlak turns out into the middle. He's looking to see if he can take a shot. He's going to lay it off to Marshall. Maybe just shouldn't have done that, but Marshall's going to loft it towards the far post edge and do claims. Morris was waiting. And maybe Stocksbridge just delaying things a bit too much at the moment and not taking the opportunities when they do arise. 39 minutes gone. 1-0 to Nostell. Left-footed ball forward. Turner will head it right up into the air, and he's looking to claim it on the seconds, but it will be torn off, comes away with it. Try to get it to left, but instead by Charles, who sends it for Marshall, fights for it, loses out on it. Miller has the ball now. He's been forced out wide, Miller, and his pass has been a bit deflected, and that's allowed O'Connor to get onto it, and he's going to be fouled. He looked to come away with the ball. So back with Charlesworth now for this free kick, and 6 minutes to go in this first half, and would not want to be in that dressing room with the Steels team if it remains this scoreline. I don't think even if it went to 1-1, that is not going to be a nice dressing room to be in. Quite a few Nostell players have surrounded the referee at the moment after that free kick was given. I don't think it's worthy of a card unless it's multiple fouls. I don't think it's been that bad yet, but And it will just be a chatting too, but I think the free kick's actually a bit further back than what I thought it was going to be. So Townsend will take his free kick. High line from Nostell for this. Launch ball forward. Flicked on back and Tinker's going to get it on that left-hand side. Controls it. Back to O'Connor. He's got his back to goal. He's looking to try and turn around, but he can't get the right shape at the moment. And then ends up being knocked out for a Stocksbridge throw on this left-hand side. He's looking to try and create the opportunity that will get them back into the game. Goes out on the left, ball is blocked, and it's an easy one to clear away, but it'll be another throw in on the left wing. Plenty of movement from Stocksbridge from this front, but nothing been created just yet. And it's down the left side, goes out now to Deacon, lays into middle to Turner. Turner's going to take the shot. It's a terrible one. You could have put another goal to the right of that one. It still wouldn't have been anywhere near it. 4 minutes left in this half. Sheffield Wednesday are leading 1-0 against Hull City, and the man who's done it is Josh Windass, the son of Hull legend Dean. An interesting return of the son on that one. Arsenal are also 2-0 up in the Champions League against Sporting. Kai Havertz, the scorer. Legendoo will take this goal kick, drilled one forward, and O'Connor intercepts, heads it forward. Marshall doesn't really have a good track of it. Street able to head it away, goes to... We're going to find Cyrus Rose. Cyrus Rose finding so much joy down the left wing. And then he gets past Turner, goes down the left. It took him a bit further wide, into the middle, it goes blocked, and then Charles has it back, flicks it over to Turner on the right-hand side, and he will clear that one away. And then Street there just ends up knocking out for a throw-in. From short to Turner, then back to Charles, who will look to get beyond, but well tackled, and then sort of go around, knock it long over the top, looking for Marshall on that right side, looking to a bit of a spin away, but being forced further back. Marshall will look to turn and run in the right direction, and he does do so. Gets it onto the overlap now. Cross goes in. Morris, Stocksbridge just need to turn for the shot here, but being crowded out, and Stocksbridge trying to do all they had to keep the ball, and they have done. Morris takes a shot, edge of the area, blocked. And it's going to end up going out to the right, and Stocksbridge will leave it for a corner kick. And I've lost track, Cat, now. I think we're... This tally's getting a bit daft at this point. So, Deacon will take this corner. Will this finally be the moment where Stocksbridge get themselves on the score sheet? Big lofty ball into the middle. Good punch away by Legendoo. Stocksbridge will head it back out to the right-hand side, back to Deacon. Escapes from two players into the middle to Turner, and then he's going to loft it up, look for Deacon again, but that's been read and cleared away. But only back to Turner again. Out to Deacon, and forward it goes, looking at that right-hand side, and then the block will go out, and it will be a Nostell throw-in. It's good defending from the home team. And a frustrated Oliver Grosjelak chucks that ball to the ground. I do wonder if in the second half a more natural winger like Dan Hernandez will be coming on for Grosjelak. Tony Marshall's found some success with pace, and I think Hernandez might do so as well if he was to come on. Nostell's got it down further down the field, but Iggulden will head it away. O'Connor heads it up to the air, then Tinker drilled it forward. The pass got a little deflection, and that allows Street to get onto it. He gets headed forward, looking for Klimchak, but clear away now to the right-hand side, and Charlesworth comes forward with it, and he's going to lose track of the ball. He had no options at all. Ball switched out to Major on the right wing now. Major facing up here with Tinker. Ball going to be clipped into the middle. Diving header is not going to make it. Iggulden's read it well, and Iggulden passes it out of trouble, and then gets the 1-2 back from Turner. Iggulden will now look to find Grosjelak. Grosjelak on the left-hand side will look to get the beating of Moncombe. Grosjelak can't get the pace past Moncombe, so he'll put it into the middle for Turner. Turner under putting immediate pressure as he gets it to Deacon. Deacon got a few options. He's going to take it to Charles on the right. He's not got anything really in front of him. He's going to find someone and then flicked onto Marshall. Marshall's looking to turn to get the afterburners on. Marshall got 2 men on him now, and he's not got any help really as the third man started to appear. He has to get it all the way back to Charlesworth. Charlesworth moves into the middle, left forward, looking for the pass forward. It's blocked and cleared. Owen will head it back into midfield and go forward, but there's only Jamie Miller there who will return it back to Edgendoo, but it's not a great one, and Grezlak almost got onto the end of that. And Turner will intercept and try to get it forward to Morris, but cleared away from him, and now to Cyrus Rowe, who will look to get the beat to Charles. He's had a good game, Rowe, and that is going to be half time here. It's 1-0 to Nostell Miners Welfare. Jack Major on the second bite of the cherry put them ahead after initially it seemed like the chance was over after Jack Tinker's tackle. Stocksbridge had a lot of the ball, a lot of the chances, but they've not scored a single one of them, and that is what matters. It's Nostell Miners Welfare 1, Stocksbridge Park Steels 0. We'll see you in 15 minutes.
Confident, confident. Easy, pass it, pass it. Best one, finish. Go on.
Well done.
In that.
Lex, you gotta take the ball. Don't care what. Don't run away! Come to the ball!
Don't care what.
Think about it.
Switches on! Go! Good ball that, Liz. Confidence, buddy. Confidence, lads. Well done. Well done, Liz. Well done, Crystal. Lads.
I do miss it.
Go on, get in.
Did I mention how
Well done.
that's
Well done, Kayla.
thinking that Denise, isn't it?
It is still my on yours.
I know exactly what we were thinking.
Foot in. Go on then, Gemma. Go on, Gemma. Go on then, Gemma.
Yes, Matt.
Go on then, go on then. Brilliant, that play. Go on, Gemma. Little one. Again. Come on, girls. Go. Come on.
Great strike. There we go. Great goal that. Tempo's on it, him. Great strike.
We're just watching the game. We're going. Come on then, son. Where's the effort? Come on. Alive. Good. Laurie, get over. Go on. What is it? It's it.
Yeah, no, I tell you. Get away from it. Scarlett, keep going, pressure up. It's not her fault. All these experienced players in that team. Paddy's in.
Hello, welcome back to the new Crofton Community Centre for this Sheffield Senior Cup match between Nostell Miners Welfare and Stocksbridge Park Steels. A cup upset is here on the cards here. As I take you through this, Adam Allcroft here is your commentator here on the YouTube channel. Nostell Miners Welfare lead 1-0. Jack Major scoring after initially being blocked off, but getting his second shot finding its way into the near corner. Stockbridge, despite having lots of chances, lots of shots, have not been able to break through yet. They've got 45 minutes to do so to avoid being dumped out of the Sheffield Senior Cup at the third round. Game has got back underway, so Nostell Miners Welfare in the luminous yellow shirt, black shorts and yellow shorts, as Stockbridge might be able to get something here. Morris down the left hand side, Marshall in the middle. Can he find Marshall? No, the pass is intercepted and cleared by Street. Grezlak on it now as he gets it back to left, but Morris is offside. Morris, you could just see, was just exacerbated as the ball was going to, because he knew what was coming, and the flag is up. And Stockbridge are happy because they said he hasn't gone for the ball, but I think because he's going looking for Morris, that's why the flag's gone up. Anyway, so that's Nostell Miners Welfare in the yellow shirt, black shorts and yellow socks from right to left. Stocksbridge Park Steels are in the claret and blue shirt, claret shorts and claret socks from left to right. The teams are as follows. So for Nostell, there's no change at the break. It's Harold Ejendu in goal, already made some good saves. Harold Moncombe, Tom Street, Eddie Tordoff, Anthony Leach, Tom Booth, Cyrus Rowe, Charlie Mansfield, Rajan Klimchak, Jamie Miller and Jack Major. Yeah. The benches, Jordan Chippendale, Dom Oldfield, Ethan Tugger, Jack Gascoigne and Simon Poole. So we're just trying to get the ball back here on the left hand side. I've done so. Trying to build an attack here. We'll go through their lineup shortly, but as the ball has been lost to Tordoff, and Miller gets to the right, but then intercepted, and then going to go out for Stocksbridge throw. So Stocksbridge building on this left hand side now. Deakin loses the ball, but it's just going to go all the way back now to Turner. In the middle now to O'Connor. Back now to Eagledon. Forward to Charleser. Looks to turn, but get it back to Turner, who will clip it over the top. Marshall's trying to track this high ball. However, as it goes back to O'Connor. Now for Marshall, who's looking to turn his man and does really well. Marshall puts the cross in near post, but cleared. We can get to him by Booth and then out for a throw. So for Stocksbridge, lineups are as follows. It's Ben Townsend in his goal, Tom Charlesworth, Jack Tinker, Curtis Turner, Ellie Towing, Paul Eagledon, Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, James Morris, Oliver Grezlak and Tommy Marshall. The bench is Alex Phillipson, Jordan Lemon, Ash Butterworth, Daniel Hernandez and Charlie Wood. All thrown to O'Connor, then back to Charlesworth. Down the right goes. Cross is going to be blocked by Rowe. And it's Stocksbridge's 10th corner of the game, but the first of the half. And it's come just 2 minutes in. Deakin will come over to take this corner as it's on this right-hand side. Stocksbridge have a few in the 6-yard area and then the rest are on the penalty spot. Flip ball looking for that far post here. And Stocksbridge will want the penalty after a push on Eagledon, but it's not going to be given. And Nostell are on the counter-attack now as they tear down the right wing. Nostell moving into the middle, looking to switch it, looking for Klimchak. Well intercepted by Charles, who heads it away, and it falls to Deakin. Has some space, and he's going to look for the pass now to Grezlak. Appeals for offside, not given. Grezlak goes clear. It's a bit of a heavy first touch, and that allows Ejindu to make the save. And Ejindu jumps on it before Tommy Marshall can get to it. Just a bit too heavy from Paul Oliver Grezlak, who just had a brilliant chance to finish, but just couldn't do so. That will be one that Stocksbridge will get later on. Ball forward from Ejindu. Head away by Owen. Then flicked on into the middle, looking for Morris, who chests it down well. Going to look for the runner, Charlesworth on the right, and he's found him really well. Charlesworth charges forward. Little dink into the middle from him. Got the overlap of O'Connor, which he'll take. O'Connor, high, poor cross from him in the end. That's going to go out for a goal kick, and that's not what the Steels need. 4 minutes gone into this half. It's still 1-0 to Nostell. Ejindu will puts the ball onto the edge of the 6-yard area and will now send out his goal kick. Goes forward and hopefully trying to knock it away. It's going to be loose in the midfield. Stocksbridge come away with it and got up forward now to O'Connor. Pitch out to Charlesworth. First time patch looking for Marshall, and that's a late one from Street, and he knew it as soon as he went for the tackle that one was going to do nothing but connect with the winger's ankles. A free kick for Stocksbridge to take. Deakin will come over to take it. It'll be a left-footed in-swinger from the midfielder. Stocksbridge and Nostell players all parked on the edge of this penalty area. It comes across right in the middle. Going to bounce into the 6-yard area. Ejindu is able to claim it. Stocksbridge plays charge back. There we no attempt at counter-attack. I don't think Nostell are going to do anything that's going to expose their defence any more than it needs to be. Long ball forward. Owen will head it out to the left and Grezlak gets on it. Left-footed ball forward is blocked and Grezlak will try to get it the second time, but he'll lose out on that one and Nostell will get the ball in the midfield and the free kick is given away by Stocksbridge. I say Stocksbridge are looking to avoid a repeat of what happened in 2021 when they faced Rossington Main in the Northern County Division 1, a 4-2 loss at their welfare ground. They were 2-0 up in that game. Would lose 4-2. Myron Gibbons having an absolute tear up. Monken sending the ball forward. And it's chested out only back to Torduff though. Gets out to Miller. Miller, right-footed. It's a sort of shot and cross and it ends up hitting the boards behind Townsend's goal. Ball out to the right-hand side now for Stocksbridge. Clip ball forward and then headed away though by Street and into the field. Nostell finding some space that Stocksbridge have left there, but they've come back and won it back the Steels, and Turner having to evade a sliding tackle, and not a great pass, but gets it to O'Connor anyway. Back to Eagledon and Stocksbridge passing it around in defence, trying to see if they can lure Nostell a bit more onto them. Pass forward looking for Grezlak, but Monkham has read that well and will just knock that one out for the throw-in. Tinkle over to Morris. Controls it back into midfield to Deacon, who escapes it. If he could have found O'Connor there, that would have been a hell of a pass, but in the end delayed it, and it's now turning now to Charlesworth. To O'Connor. Now back now to Charlesworth. So right now back to Deacon, who's going to move in. He wants to get it on his left and gets passed forward towards Gresham, but he's going to lose it, and then Nostell able to clear. Klimchak can't beat Eagledon to the ball there, and it will now go all the way back to Townsend. Out now back to Eagledon, who will take it forward and sends it forward. Look at that run of Morris if he can get the beating of Boofy, but it's going to end up curling out towards the throw-in, and it will be out for exactly that. And Nostell won right next to their own flag. So back now with Street for this throw-in. Can Stocksbridge pen Nostell in a bit here? Finally get the pass that leads to a goal. Goes forward, Charles heads away to O'Connor, moves into the middle, gets it through to Gresham, who escapes one challenge but then cleared it away, and it will go out for a throw-in. Charles will come over to take this throw-in. Launches it all the way to Owen, who's back in his own half, and Owen will take a few steps forward. He's being chased down by Mansfield, gets it to Gresham, who's looking to turn, but he'll lose the ball there as it's knocked away, but only back now to Owen, and then forward to O'Connor. Charlesworth shouts, Charlesworth gets it on this right side, back to O'Connor. Nostell got 10 men behind the ball at the moment, and they're going to find the pass through to Marshall. It's going to go all the way to Turner, who's having to go back, puts the cross in. It's a far post looking for Gresham. Head back in the middle. Morris will head it towards the 6-yard area, but no one there to pounce, and Egendu will claim it, and that ends that attack. 54 minutes gone, 1-0 to Nostell. Egendu left-footed ball forward. Anyway by O'Connor, and Gresham will look it forward to Morris, who controls it, and he's going to look to find Gresham again, but it's been blocked, and only back to Deacon though, who gets it back in the middle. It's a poor pass, and Nostell have jumped onto it. Mansfield will look to find the overlap, finds it, but then well done by Tinker winning that ball back. Gets it to Owen, who's trying to go all the way forward. He's been tackled, it's been kept in as well, and Owen's out of position. Thrown out to Klimchak here now. Oh, Eagledon's trying to control him. He's done well slowing him down, and then Klimchak's pass actually has found a man. Long range shot, and Townsend has to palm it out. It's a corner kick, Nostell. So Stockbridge own all the ball, but then Nostell, when they do have their few moments, probably look more likely to be the next scorers. And they now have the corner kick on this left-hand side. Here comes the corner in, and Owen will head that one away. Turner flicks it on. Marshall tries to be the one onto it, but it's going to be won by Nostell for Stockbridge able to clear away that pass forward. But Nostell get it back all the way back to Booth, who send it well forward. Owen heads it away. Connor takes it down, and then back to Turner, and Turner will get it out to Marshall, who just can't get the better of the defender there, and Street has it now entered Tordoff. Switched out towards that right wing to Major. Major looking a bit better at Tinker, but Tinker tackles him, and Owen takes a short route out to Turner. Turner now drill a pass forward to Gresham, but that's too well hit, and back it goes to Egendu. How long before Ian Richards starts to look at his bench to see what they might be able to do? Ball goes all the way forward. Turner not control it well, and Miller's nipped in and won it off Turner. Miller goes forward, good bit of footwork, but then Charles gets in and tackles it away, and then gets it all the way out to Deacon, who's charged forward across the halfway line. Pass out to Gresham, cuts into the middle, finds a pass into the middle. It's not a great one. Morris has to drop deep, and Marshall has to drop deep, and he does get it. He's got 3 men round him, and then eventually loses the ball, but then wins it back, and then looks to switch out to Charles, but then unfortunately after all the hard work, it's a poor pass which Poof has picked up, and now he's going to try the killer pass to Major. It's a great looking pass, but Townsend will look to get to it. Major's first. Major sends it goalwards, but somehow wide, and that was a big chance for Nostell, who almost caught Stocksbridge out in defence. Looks like Nostell might be the first ones to have a substitute. It looks like Dom Oldfield is preparing to come on. And it will do. Stocksbridge had got the game back underway, but they then held it back for this substitution. So it's the number 7, Cyrus Rowe, who's heading off, who I think had a really lively game on that left wing. And coming on, we'll find out when he actually turns around. It's the number 10, Jordan Chippendale. So back now with Townsend. Sending it forward, looking for Morris, but it's headed away by Booth. Goes to Owen, who sends it forward, but then Morris puts a poor touch. That's given the ball back to Nostell. Miller sends it forward, but then intercepted by Owen. Nice little pass forward and back to Owen and onto the left-hand side. Well turned now, and now looking for it's a good pass that here to Grezlak. He's got Marshall and Deacon in the middle. Good little turn from Grezlak. Looped towards the far post. It's beyond everyone, but O'Connor's got it back, puts it back in the middle, deflected and just beyond Deacon, and then Nostell able to clear. And it's just not falling in any of the right places for the Steels right now. Will be Stocksbridge's throw on the left-hand side, right next to Ian Richards on that Steels bench. And it does look like Dan Hernandez will be coming on shortly. Ball not forward, stopping Grezlak trying to guard. He's been much better in this second half, Grezlak, and he just forced a throw in for the home team close to the flag. Tinker will come up to get it. 59 minutes gone, 31 minutes for the Stocksbridge to rescue this game. 1-2 back to Tinker. And out again to O'Connor. Forward to Grezlak, and just no space there at the moment, and ends up taking a few ricochets before it goes out for a goal kick. James Morris was shouting that it was a corner, but I think Andy Ring was joining those shouts, but hasn't been given, and will be. Vision do. Who's taking his time as we hit the hour mark? Sheffield United are leading 3-0 against Oxford. Raksaki scored, and Reading have equalised against Barnsley. Smith, the goal scorer for the Royals.
Bad news.
Tinker's won the ball, goes into midfield. Now switch out, looking for Charlesworth. Takes it down well over his right. Forward now to O'Connor. Holding it up, looking to turn, and got a few men around him though as he lays it off to Owen. Owen takes the touch and then to the left now. In the middle now to Deakin, then back to the left, clip forward and to Turner, who's not been allowed to turn, and he has to just give it back to Iggulden. Charlesworth asking for the ball. Charlesworth gets the ball. He must have moving onto the inside though. Nostell protecting the channels, and it's a poor pass by Charlesworth. Now the counter-attack is on. Eddie Tordoff leading the charge for the home team. Lays pass off looking for Major. It's a good looking pass, but Tinker gets onto it first. Back to Townsend, who drills it away, and it finds Owen. And he's going to lay out to Deacon, and can Stocksbridge get a bit of speed going. Turner's got all the space to move into in front of him. He's got a man behind him. Mansfield was the man who's forced him to make the pass. Deakin's got it now, and then again he's just congested that part of the pitch. Ball over the top, looks for Grezlak. Booth is able to head it away. Falls back now to the left, and it's Stocksbridge goes into the middle, and no, Stocksbridge put it in the middle. Marshall looks to get on it, cleared away. Hey. Deacon trying to win the ball back now, but not still doing well to keep hold of it, and then knocked away, and Stocksbridge do get it. Back to Deacon, and Deacon trying to dribble the ball forward, trying to lay the pass off for Marshall. Marshall takes a shot, it's deflected. Far post! And Stocksbridge have equalised, and Tom Charlesworth scores his very first Steels goal. It's his second spell with the club. He's not celebrating it, but he's just there at the far post, just able to just knock it in after the initial finish was deflected away. Stocksbridge have equalised. Tom Charlesworth scores his very first goal for the club as he gets closer and closer to 50 appearances. And it looks like Alex O'Connor is going to be coming off immediately after that goal. And Dan Hernandez will be replacing him. And this is when we wind up our resident left back, Jack Tinker, because that is a full back who has scored before him, who plays in, well, the mirror image. And I'm sure he'll be absolutely delighted if we bring it up to him. So it's 1-1 here. Tom Charlesworth scoring his very first Stocksbridge goal. Ball forward from Townsend. Headed away. Going to be held by Crimsack. He's sent it right up into the air. Chippendale trying to track it, but Charles just won the ball. Charlesworth will come forward. Look past, looking for Marshall. Marshall's got the speed on Street. Marshall's won it on that side, but he's covered by Booth. He's got some help by Grezlak. Back to Grezlak. Forward now to Morris. We'll find Grezlak, who drills the ball in, and no one gambled on the far post. Grezlak has moved back into central midfield after the substitution. Dan Hernandez taking his place on the left wing. And it almost worked out. Some brilliant passing from him, and it's worked. And it almost unlocked that Nostell defence again. Is it a case now that Stocksbridge have got the goal, that they are going to be able to go forward and take control? That's what they'll be hoping, but Nostell will have a completely different story they want to tell. Ball is forward, and then here comes Morris trying to bundle his way through, but that's way in, and then Owen trying to win the ball. Owen just loses out, and it's switched out, looking for Chippendale. He allows it to bounce in front of him. He's going to be harassed by Marshall. Chippendale moves into the centre and gets the pass forward, and then spread back out to Street, who sends it back to Booth, who's going to be put under pressure by Marshall as he goes back to Ejendu, and it's been blocked by Marshall. Marshall's got it back. Can Marshall finish? He's going to have to Morris, who's blocked on the line! How that isn't in the back of the net, I don't know. Tom Booth has earned himself a pint. Incredible block by him. It looks certain for a goal after the error from Ejendu, who Marshall has done the unselfish thing to lay it off to Morris, and Morris looks like he can do nothing else but knock it in, but Tom Booth, that is a heroic block from him. So Nostell have got the throw right next to their own corner flag. 65 minutes gone, 1-1 here. Sporting have one back against Arsenal. Gonzalo Iniciao has scored. Obviously the Sporting that was once managed by Ruben Amorim, who now gets foiled by Ed Sheeran. Stocksbridge have won the ball high up the pitch, but the tackle comes flying in and it's forced it further back. Back now all the way into defence for Turner, who's going to have to avoid a tackle, and he does really well to avoid Charlie Mansfield there. Back out to the left and knocked forward, but not a great passing out for a throw-in. It will be Nostell's throw. Nostell are going to make a second substitute shortly. Pass launch forward, not back, and to Moncombe, who will send that one away, but only out for another throw-in. Launch forward by Tinker, goes to Morris, who will now knock it out, and it will be a Stocksbridge throw-in. Nostell not happy about that decision. Jack Major leading the upset about that as it goes forward to Deakin. Looks to find the overlap, but Moncombe reads it well, and Moncombe will come forward. Takes a bit of time and then lay it out to the right. Tinker's got back to try and cover, and Major will get past him though, and it will go down this right-hand side as Nostell will look to retake the lead. In the middle, that's Moncombe being harassed by Marshall, and Morris can bundle in, and it's gone out to Hernandez on the left. Hernandez gets it forward to Morris. Morris into the box, takes it out wide. Morris very far wide, tries to take a shot, blocked. It will be a corner kick. Maybe Morris making just the wrong decision to go a bit further out wide than perhaps he needed to. But in the end, he has earned another corner kick, and Stocksbridge will feel confident now that they can go on to get this game sorted. Here comes the corner. High, lofted one, looking for that far post. As you do, punches away, goes to the edge of the area. Here comes the shot, but it's blocked. Oh, Marshall wins it. Gets it back to Deakin. Deakin lofts it into the area, looking for Hernandez. Hernandez peels off, it comes off his back. and then it's cleared away. Deacon has to stop a counter-attack. He does do so, gets it to Marshall, tries to spin through the defender, does do so. Tommy Marshall continues forward, left-footed pass, Lucky Fernandez is blocked, back with Marshall, who flicks it over to the left-hand side. Turner will be the first onto this. Turner with the crossing opportunity. Looking to try and get it onto his right foot though, and then flicks it to far post. Lucky Fernandez, head away for it to get to him. Hernandez will head it back in towards the area. Marshall tries to hit it to the ground. Marshall takes a shot, blocked, goes to Miller, and then Moncombe clears. Owen will head it back forward, but that's not a good one, and it just goes back to Nostell in space. Blocked by Greshlight though, and then sent out looking towards Chippendale, but then clear away, and then Deacon gets it back to Owen, who takes it under control. Looking for the left-hand side, Tinker can't keep it in, and Hernandez is going to try and see if he can cause a problem with it, but he can't. Moncombe because it goes out for a throw-in. 22 minutes to go in this game. And it will be a Nostell substitute. Like Jamie Miller is heading off. And we will figure out who this is eventually when he turns around. I think Stocksbridge are going to make a substitute suit as well. So number 15, Ethan Twigger, heading on for Nostell. So that's Twigger on for Miller. Nostell just get another throw in there as they look to try and get out their own half. Wonder if we might be seeing Butterworth heading on soon. As Moncombe just sends that one up into the air, it's going to be bouncing, then it's going to go out of play, and it'll be a Stocksbridge throw-in. Tinker with a throw, launches it forward, head away by Moncombe though, and kept in before, again it's Stocksbridge knocks out, it'll be a Nostell throw-in. Stocksbridge have 20 minutes to try and get a winner, but so do Nostell. And if it is level after 90 minutes, we do go to straight to penalties. Stocksbridge looking to win it high up, but they can't do so. Nostell doing well to keep possession, switching it, looking for Chippendale. Charles has to judge this right, heads it back to Townsend, and judged as well as it could be. Which is Jack. I have to have a look. It's actually Jack Gascoigne that's come on for Jamie Miller. The ball goes forward, looking for Morris. Comes back, and Marshall looks to feed off it, but tries maybe a bit too clever and loses the ball. Not long looking for Chippendale now for Nostell, but Charles has that covered, and he'll be back with Townsend, who sends that one away. Marshall will look to collect it, does do so. Being forced wide and forced backwards at the moment, and then loses the ball in his own half. Chippendale tries to pass forward, flicks out left at Charles, intercepts, and into the middle goes to Turner. Turner carrying it forward, and he's going to look for Marshall. Well intercepted by Booth, who's had a great game at the back. And he's sent one forward looking for Chippendale, and it's going to go into the box for Townsend. Townsend's going to drop it to the ground and come forward with it. And then he will drill it forward. Not really looking for anyone there. Leach will head it up into the air, and then Gascoigne puts it into midfield, into Mansfield, but down to the left to Chippendale. Looks to get round Charlesworth, and he does, but Turner in to get it, and then back with Charlesworth, who tried to send it forward. Street intercepts. Street it. Ball forward blocked by Marshall. It will be out for a throw-in. Here comes the superhero, and it'll be Ash Butterworth coming on, and he will be replacing Oliver Greshlight, who's had an impressive second half, but will now make his way off the pitch. It's Ash Butterworth now heading on to replace him. Looks like Nostell's making a substitution too. Their captain Anthony Leach is the man heading off, and you don't normally see a centre-back substitution unless for injury. And the rather big-haired young lad coming on. And he will turn around eventually, and I can get his number. There's Tom Tree. It looks like it's Dom Oldfield who's come on. Clinchard knocks it forward. Eagledon sends it on. He will clear it forward, looking for Morris, who heads it on, and Marshall trying to get it. Oldfield clears, and then An acrobatic clearance from Nostell. Klimczak loses out on that one to Charlesworth, who sends it forward. Stocksbridge just trying a bit too much, but then it bounces to Morris. Morris going forward, trying to evade a tackle. Moncombe takes him down, but there will be nothing given for that one. As Tinker just won the ball high up, but then it'll go out for a Nostell throw-in. And it looks like Moncombe has injured himself going in for that tackle. Manchester City are 3-0 up in the Champions League. Erling Haaland has scored. Who else? And Reading are now 2-1 up on Barnsley. Smith has scored his second of the game. Apparently, Major is actually Mayer. He's just obviously being typed wrong onto the team sheet, so do apologise for that. I can only go on what I see in front of me on the sheet, especially when obviously Nostell I'm not. So we just have this stoppage now as Harold Moncombe gets his treatment. Never want to see a player have to go off with injury, so hopefully we'll be able to continue. I do wonder if Stocksbridge are, with all the departures, you know, Jack Haslam and Alex Hardwick and Joe Silver over the last week and a bit, are just struggling with that lack of firepower off the bench especially. And of course it's probably the coldest game of the year so far. We've had this game already called off once for snow. And now it's just absolutely freezing here. So Moncombe is back up. He's just limping a bit as he heads over towards the sidelines. And he might be right, he's coming out because I can see that Nostell have prepared substitution. We'll likely see, looks like we'll see him shortly. We'll have the Nostell throw first. Launch downfield and Nostell get it back up front and then to the right again. Clip forward, look for that run, and Klimczak will be called offside. When he thought he might have just been able to break free there. 15 minutes to go in this game for either team to find the winner. Townsend taking well forward. He wants to get this forward and get, because I think Stocksbridge would like to avoid penalties. They've had 2 sets already this year, won 1, lost 1, both in the FA Trophy. Ball going forward, looking for Morris, headed away though by Allfield. Falls to Deakin, who tried to get it Butterworth, but Butterworth took down his man as he went through, and it will be a free kick after the advantage did not transpire. So that's Butterworth's first contribution, was the foul. So now when you look at the Stocksbridge bench, you've got another midfielder in Charlie Wood, who's not played since the first round of the Senior Cup. That's 6-0 win over Kiverton Miners Welfare. And then 2 defenders in Jordan Lemon and Alex Phillipson. As Butterworth is going to get a talking to from the referee. No bookings in this game, and Butterworth not far off being the first one. Oldfield sending that ball long. Owen heads away. Knocked away before it goes to Deakin. Deakin into it to Turner. Turner takes the touch and spreads it out to the right. Can't get it to Charles, though well intercepted by the number 10 Chippendale, and into the midfield goes as Nostell have grown a bit more into this game. Mayer's trying to charge onto it, but Tinker should have this covered, and Tinker actually takes touch and gives it to Mayer. Tinker's having to try and go back into it, but Tinker wins it back and forward to Deakin. Stocksbridge have a bit more space to work with up front, and Deakin will move into it. Knocked over the top, looking for Marshall, but well read by Booth. And then out it goes. Well, it won't go out, Tinker will keep it in, and he ends up giving it back to Nostell. Ball forward, and goes forward to Klimczak, who tried to get the touch on Iggulden, but Iggulden won it well, and back to Townsend, who's going to be put under some pressure. Drills it forward, goes to Turner, back to Iggulden, who takes it forward to Butterworth. Butterworth turns, finds Charlesworth. Charlesworth forward to Marshall. Marshall forwards back to Butterworth, and Butterworth trying to go forward, but will lose the ball, and then That's a weird one, as a Nostell player went down and he's still got the injury, but nothing given as Deakin goes forward. Deakin takes the shot. It's a weird dive by the keeper, and it ends up getting deflected out for a corner, but there's a weird one here from the Nostell player in front of us, who's now just getting his leg held up for cramp. He's gone down, basically jumped on the ball to try and get the free kick. It's not been given, but then obviously has an issue with his leg that his teammates helping him out with. Stocksbridge do have a corner though. Do a bit more heighty now with Ash Butterworth on. Nostell physio back on again. Harold Monkham is back on the pitch. Which is good news for the home team. So it was Eddie Tordoff who'd gone down with that. He's going to limp off. Obviously, however he's gone down, he's obviously jarred something in his leg quite nastily. And it's not done him any favours, and he's going to have to head off as Stocksbridge prepare for this corner. Can they take advantage with no Tordoff in there? Left foot to ball, looking in the middle of the box. Header goes on target, it's in the 6-yard area, cleared away by Monkham. Back to Turner, who will get it out towards the left-hand side. Hernandez is there. Hernandez, not great touch, and he's going to be forced further back here, and he ends up getting it back to Turner. Turner will now send the diagonal. It's going to go a bit quite far out and headed it back into the edge of there. Morris chest out for Butterworth, who can't get it under control. He's going to send it towards Hernandez, gets it down with the chest. Misses with his first touch. He's been forced further back again. Drills it in. It's going to ricochet. Morris is trying to keep it in. He does keep it in. He's forced out wide. Back into the middle to Hernandez. Hernandez is drilled forward. Hernandez puts in the middle. Goes out wide. Here goes to Deakin. Bottom corner. Stocksbridge in the lead. Danny Deakin gets his 4th of the season. It's took a lot of effort from the Stocksbridge attack. It's took about 3 or 4 phases of play after that corner kick. But they kept on plugging away, and eventually they found the gap, and Danny Deakins tucked it into that bottom corner, and Stocksbridge took full advantage of having that man advantage at the moment because Eddie Tordoff not on the pitch. The Steels leading 2-1 with 10 minutes to go. But the game not over yet. It was certainly a dramatic one when Nostell got to this round. It was 3-3 that game ended before it went to penalties, and Stocksbridge have 10 minutes to, well, hold on in a way and make sure that they do book their way into the next part of the round, but with this what has been a very tricky cup tie. "81 minutes gone." Barnsley have equalised against Reading. Earl is the score scorer for the Tykes down at Oakwell. Townsend, unsurprisingly, taking plenty of time with his goal kick. We've tried to stop condemning time wasting no matter who the team is, just because we are absolute hypocrites on it. Ball goes long, but unchallenged and cleared away by Nostell. Eagleton heads away, but Nostell will be looking to be the first onto it. Nostell doing what they can to try and equalise in this end, get 2 penalties or whatever has happened, and it's going to happen in this dramatic game. And Stocksbridge can't get the ball off Nostell at the moment, and coming away with it is Gascoigne as he moves it into the middle. Now ball currently with Mansfield out to the right to Mayer, and he's going to try and get the bit of a tinker. He's done it once already, went like to a goal, and in the end it's going to go out for a Nostell throw. It's taken quickly here. Butterworth trying to get involved in the tackle out to the right hand side, overlap, then ricochet off man, and will it stay in? It's actually going to go out for a goal kick in the end. I did wonder if it maybe took a final touch off a Stocksbridge defender. Referee believes it didn't do so. Townsend will have the goal kick. So back with Townsend. Sends it long towards that left-hand side. Butterworth gets the header, but it just goes right back to Nostell, who sit forward. Ricochets off, but Deakin wins it. Back to Turner. Sends it forward. Look for Marshall. Headed back. Marshall will be the first on this. Marshall 1-on-1 with the keeper. Puts it in the middle to Morris. Morris got back to goal. Turns blocked. Morris gets it back to Hernandez, who sends it over the bar. And that's a wasted opportunity for Stocksbridge to put this game to bed. And Marshall, is he being too nice there, Tommy Marshall, to begin with? I think perhaps so. I think a man who scored a hat-trick just a few weeks ago perhaps can afford to be a little bit greedier than that. They're trying to find James Morris's goal. But look. Ball goes forward. It goes to the number 10 here. Yep, Chippendale. Eagledon though will clear it. Here it. Marshall collects it. 40 might have come off from an offside position. Marshall, he gets it back to Deakin. Marshall's gone down under a challenge from Street. Referee, I don't think, spotted that as it's gone back to Turner. Turner will switch it, looking for Hernandez. Hernandez, gamble it'll be Hernandez was offside as Ejendu claims it, and now forward, and then almost won by Stocksbridge up high. So we get it back now, forward. And then Hernandez will get it. Hernandez win it back to Butterworth. Now to the left to Morris, then back to Butterworth. If you can't go forward, keep possession. That's the best thing to do when you are in the lead, in a cup tie especially. Owen clips forward and loses the ball from that chest down, but then stops to get back. Butterworth trying to get hold of a bouncing ball. Back to Turner under immediate pressure, but back out to Owen, and it's a poor one forward. He doesn't get any connection, and it's out for a Nostell throw. So Harold Moncombe will head up for this throw-in, just next to their bench. He needs an option. He's going to launch it long, but Tinker's going to just get the first touch. It's in the back to Moncombe though, and into the midfield, and just looking for that ball in the middle, but Townsend will come and jump on that ball. 85 minutes gone in this game. Arsenal now 4-1 up on Sporting. Bakary Saka has scored. Ball goes forward, and then Marshall, I think, handballed it there as he was trying to control it, and that has given the ball away. And we will see a Nostell substitute now. Harold Moncombe, who had that injury early in the game, he is going to be coming off. And it's going to be either one of Ethan Tugger or Simon Poole. We just haven't worked out which one yet. Ball forward. Headed on. Eagledon goes to Butterworth, who looks to turn, and he evades one tackle, and now Butterworth has a load of space to move into. Here comes Butterworth. Continues, goes forward. Looks to find Hernandez. Goes a bit behind him. Hernandez does get it back, and then two men on him has tackled it, and that stops that attack. Stocksbridge enough. Just not making things stick as they'd like up front. You want these attacks to be fairly lengthy if you can't get the goal, to tick off the clock in a comfortable area. But Stocksbridge have won it back in midfield now. But tackle goes in, it just goes back to Owen, who sends it over the top. Oldfield will head it away. Deakin goes up. Maybe it could have been a bit of a high foot there, as it's actually Ethan Twigger who's come on. I've just seen that come through. Tinker will send it forward, goes all the way down to Morris, who will turn and tackle, force him a bit further away. He's in the centre, tries to find Marshall, but intercepted and then knocked away, and then all the way out now to Mansfield, who is looking to turn his man, but he can't do so, so back it goes to Ugaz, to Poole, who's now come on the field, haven't he? Yes. It's actually Sam Poole there, number 17, who's come on just to get a few more men forward. Has now gone out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Tinker with the throw-in. Goes forward, and Stocksbridge lose out, and Nostell clear it up, but Townsend will have all the time in the world, and he'll allow it to just dribble into his box and then take his time before picking it up. Stocksbridge at the moment just managing things well. Long ball forward from Townsend. Butterworth will go up. It's headed behind by One of the Nostell players, Oldfield clears and he gets it to Chipperdale, has got some space and goes forward. Turner gets a bit of something onto it. Chipperdale still goes forward. Butterworth with the big tackle as it goes, but it's going to loop forward, and now it's going to be on this left-hand side for Nostell, and they're going to go through into the middle, and it's Mayer puts it into the middle, but well read by Deacon, who just dropped deep to collect it. Now back with Charles, who sends it looking for Morris. Morris gets the touch and he will be on that right-hand side. He's advancing on his defender, but well nipped in from Tom Booth, who's had a brilliant game for Nostell. Morris then fouls Booth and Morris kicks the ball away as he does so, and that will be James Morris in the book for the daftest yellow card you can get in the game. I say in the book, it's not come out yet officially, card, but it should be coming out. It's daft because it's not even gone a long distance because he's just hit into the boards and it's come back. And James Morris has actually got away with it on that one. No yellow card when really he should have. Long from Egendu. Ball goes forward. Iggulden will head it away. Oldfield reads it well and Deacon tries to rob it off him. He slows him down, puts it in the middle, and spread out to the right. Tinker gets it away though, looking for Hernandez, and Hernandez has turned his man and got past Poole. Hernandez bears down. Hernandez goes forward, looks for Morris on the left side, finds Morris. Morris turning, takes a shot, blocked. Butterworth will collect it as it loops to him. Back it goes to Turner now. Turner will look to find Charlesworth with a high lofted ball. Charlesworth, great touch, takes it into his stride, puts the cross in near post, cleared, but cleared backwards, though Egendu is able to come and claim it. Though he hasn't, it went out before he claimed it. It will be a corner kick to Stocksbridge. Stocksbridge have had a lot of good play, but they've just not been able to make the chances and goals they deserve out of it. So we have this nervy end coming. Sheffield Wednesday are 2-0 up on Hull City. Michael Smith, the latest scorer. Here comes Deacon's corner. Left one into the 6-yard area. Goes to the far post. Somehow over the bar from within about 4 yards out. It was one of those where it was easier to score than it was to miss. And I think it was James Morris. That would have been it. We've hit the 90th minute mark. I haven't seen the board go up just yet. I would say we're going to get about 5 minutes by my estimation. Ball goes forward, Iggulden heads it away, goes back now to Twigger. Switched out to that right-hand side, and there's a bit of space on that side at the moment. Into the middle now to Poole, who gives it out now here to Gascoigne, who comes up forward and well tackled by Butterworth. He's back to Charlesworth, who sends it long but cut out by Street. Marshall trying to stop him going forward. Street slipped, and then it's out to the left, and that's won by Charlesworth, who goes forward to Morris. But Morris didn't want coming to the ball. He was anticipating the run, and that's lost him the ball. Iggulden heads it away now to Turner, who pulls out to the right. Turner continues on the ball, sends one over the top, looking for Marshall, but Marshall has pushed off his man and given the foul away. 91 minutes have now elapsed. We still haven't seen any stoppage time board. Back with Egendu. Nostell pushing everyone forward. There's no reason not to for the home team. And you said everything forward. Butterworth heads it away. Hernandez is going to try and get onto it. He does get the first touch but loses it to Poole, but then Tinker wins it and Tinker sends it well forward, but Oldfield clears it out. Back into defence now for Street. Back in defence and all the way back to Egendu now. It's going to be pressed by Marshall, but he gets his ball to Street with plenty of time. Marshall's trying to harass Street. Marshall's trying to win it off him. He might do so. Marshall's got it on the right side, being held by Street. Nothing given. But Marshall will be happy to keep it there. And out to Charles if it goes now. Who's going to come out deep. Out to Butterworth now. Ideal chance to go into the corner flag. It was not taken. Ball clipped over the top. Going to be cleared away. And maybe that's going to be something to regret because Nostell Nostell just passed it out of play there, looking to get Street loose on the left-hand side. It's going to be a throw into Stocksbridge. Charlesworth short to Turner, back to Charlesworth. Forward to Turner. Carries forward with it. Tries to lay the pass, but it's been blocked, and Nostell might have the chance now. Ball look, but Tinker's intercepted, but it's fallen right back to Nostell. Forward looking for Klimchak. Eildon heads it away, but almost back to Tinker, but then it's gone all the way to Tinker, who clears away, goes to Hernandez, who gets it beyond to looking for Morris. Morris is on that left wing, past Oldfield. Can he find the cross? He's got Hernandez as a short option. Instead, Morris takes the shot. And the one time we said maybe don't be so selfish, it's the time when they are. But Stocksbridge have still got the ball. Tinker, short now to Deakin on this left-hand side. He's going to bit of best pace, will take him further forward. Slows it down and gets back to Tinker. Forward he goes to Morris, then back to Tinker, and then to Morris again, who turns. Finds the pass to Marshall. Goes further out wide. Needs an option. Finds it to Morris. Morris turns, takes a shot wide of the near post. But that will be that. Stocksbridge were pushed all the way today by a very spirited Nostell Miners welfare side that took the lead through Jack Mayer in the first half. Stocksbridge not at their best, but they were able to get one back. Tom Charlesworth scored his first goal for the Steels to equalise, and then on the 80th minute, Danny Deakin took one in at the near post. That will send Stocksbridge through to the next round of the Sheffield Senior Cup. In a cup, it doesn't matter how you get through as long as you do get through, and that is a game to prove it. Thank you very much to everyone who's been listening today. I've been your commentator, Adam Allcroft, and we will see you on Saturday for the home match against Belper Town. Thank you very much, and good night.
Good night, Adam.